making lots of money, had time on my hands, I was young. I was only working 3 to 4 days a week there, which was, a luxury at the time. I had my own house, everything was great. But I knew that there was something more for me in the restaurant business. I'd been working in restaurants at that point. I was 24, I believe. And I'd been in restaurants for 12 years at that point, so pretty much half my life. But I knew I wanted to run a kitchen. More importantly, I wanted to run my own kitchen eventually. And I talked my way into this kitchen manager job. If you guys have ever been to Nashville, there's a place called the Listening Room, which is kind of a singer-songwriter venue. It's kind of like a giant Bluebird cafe. So we used to seat about 200 people for each show, which was a lot of people. So they had about a 250 square foot kitchen there. If you think about that, that's awfully small to serve 200 people at each show. So I kind of talked my way into that job. I looked my potential boss dead in the eye and I said, I can do it. I'd never managed a kitchen in my life. So I kind of threw myself out there and I got the job. So with that, I worked there for about a month, 2 months around that time, and then it was time for Tin Pan South. If you guys have never heard of that, it's a giant singer-songwriter festival that happens in Nashville every year. And that festival, what it entailed for me at the Listening Room was serving 200 people every 2 hours, 3 shows a night for 4 days. Which for an experienced chef, that's difficult, but for me, I was 24 and, big-eyed, and it was very difficult for me, but I thought I had it. So I went in, and I was like pumped that day. I thought that I had it in the bag, everything was great, I was gonna serve these people, and it was gonna be awesome. So the first show was about to start, and I was standing at Expo, big-headed at the time. And I was lining up my sauce bottles, straightening my towels, thinking I'm a big shot, and the tickets started flying in. I had 2 ticket rails above me that filled in less than a minute, and I had a pile of tickets starting on the floor. And I freaked out. I didn't know what to do, so I frantically started calling tickets to the cooks. I just felt like a knot in my stomach, when you just kind of lost the situation. And we got through that show, I don't know how, but we had about 60 to 90 minute ticket times. And if you don't know what ticket times are, it's how long it takes for the server to ring in the ticket to when the food is ready. So if you waited an hour and a half for your food, you wouldn't be very happy. And that's what happened to me that first show. And so I told the cooks afterwards, I was like, collect yourselves, get something to drink, and then we'll regroup. And of course I was like, I'll take the garbage out, that's nice, being the good boss that I am. And I went out, threw the trash in the dumpster and just cried. I lost it. And I was just kneeling down behind the dumpster, hiding from everybody, crying. And the whole time I'm just thinking, what the hell did I do? How did I get this job? I can't do this. This is way out of my reach. I'm crazy. And then I had remembered that I had to face these people again. My boss, I had 200 more people coming in less than an hour that I had to feed again. It was terrifying. So I sat there and I cried for about 2 more minutes. And then I collected myself and I said, you know what? I can do this. If there's anything that I've learned from my mother as like the soul person, it's to be like persistently better. My mom was a single mom of 3, and she went through after the divorce, like terrible time, bankruptcy, we lost our home, and we only had a car at the moment. And so she piled us in, stuck us in the car, and we went to my grandparents' home where we moved in. And then my mom, applied to colleges and colleges. She had her bachelor's before. And 4 years later, she became a dentist, which was great. And then she kind of changed her lives forever. So if she can do that with 3 kids, I at 24 can feed 200 people, So I just kind of collected myself and ran back in. And the second show was much better. We kind of just gathered. I strategically called tickets instead of just frantically calling tickets. I knew it was going to happen, so I was prepared for it. And we ended up having about 40-minute ticket times. So So at that point, I cut it in half, which was great, you know? And it just went on and got better and better throughout the festival. So it ended up being a fun festival. It ended up being something that I learned from incredibly. And this festival, it might be a silly story to all of you sitting here today, but it was more than that to me. It kind of shaped my career. It kind of shaped me as a person, and it kind of just pumped me up for life. So now I'm currently the executive chef at Passarelle after a lot of hard work and getting my butt whipped like those 200 Thursday nights. And I have a lovely, almost 9-month-old that is right there. And he's great and adorable. And then my fiance and I, who's with him, are about to take over ownership in a few years. We're talking with Table 301 and purchasing Passarelle, which is very exciting. So I'm kind of proud of what I've done and what we've done together, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.